Hello lovely people who cannot sit at home and like to travel. This video I think is an amazing video because it's all about 12 of my favorite free destinations in Ontario. The reason why I wanted to do free destinations is because everything right now is expensive. And I think that's enough of a reason. This video is going to be pretty to the point, fairly short. If you enjoy this kind of content, make sure to of course subscribe, like and share this video. And I'm going to do a second one. So without further ado, let's go. The first free destination I want to talk to you about is Spadina Museum. Now, this is located not too far from Castleloma, downtown Toronto. And in my opinion, it's an absolutely hidden gem that not a lot of people know about, but it's a beautiful grounds, beautiful building that you can walk around and just enjoy your day. You can have a picnic, you can just explore it. If you would like to go inside, there are tours. You just need to pre-book them. They're not expensive. It's a fairly small fee, but you do need to pre-book. And there's also a little garden over there that they grow veggies and beautiful flowers. And here's another view of the beautiful mansion. It's definitely historic and definitely worth a visit. Here are the hours, Wednesday to Sunday, 11 to 5 p.m. Second place that I want to talk to you about is the Primitive Designs. This is located in Port Hope, which is roughly an hour, hour and a half from Toronto. It is essentially a store, but they have these amazing, absolutely ridiculously amazing tall metal sculptures that are from like pieces, I think they're card parts brought together, and they look so impressive. Perfect place to take your kids, or honestly I enjoyed it myself and my parents enjoyed it. There are definitely, if you would like to put a donation, you can give them a donation, but there's also a store. Oh, and over here is the coolest thing ever, Optimus Prime from Transformers. Very, very cool. And they also have a store. You can, of course, get something from there to help support them. Beautiful place. Parking does get filled if you are there on like a afternoon on a weekend. So make sure maybe come earlier. But there is a good turnaround, and the parking lot is fairly full. It's fairly large. So just take some time and you just wait a little bit and you will get your spot. Over here is the inside of the store. Just like the outside, insanely unique. Lots of wooden items. There's 2 floors. There's lots of items. It's not just home decor. Definitely take a look. You'll spend good 2 hours in there for sure. Edwards Garden is another place that is absolutely a gem. It is located on kind of like Leslie and Lawrence in Midtown Toronto. Right now it's the tulip season. They have the most beautiful display of tulips. What I love about this Edwards Garden as well, first of all, it's free, and second of all, it's actually beautifully done, well manicured garden that is different all throughout the seasons. They even have this cool maze that you can just walk up, and over here is me kind of walking up, and once you get up the maze, you're pretty high and you get to see different you get to see the viewpoint from a little bit of a higher above. Oh, I love this cool funky tree. Lots of space to sit down, lots of benches. I hear that the picnics are not permitted here. It's definitely a beautiful place to kind of just spend the afternoon. They have a little lovely river with a number of cute bridges. There's an older bridge, and this bridge looks brand new. Parking is about $2.25 for an hour. That is the only thing that you do need to pay. Okay, the next up we have Painted Ladies of Grimsby. This is located sort of closer to where Niagara Falls is, so after Hamilton, which is about an hour and a half from Toronto. And here I'm showing you the map of all of the places that have these gorgeous houses. Painted Lady just essentially means these cool ornate houses that have been in the area for quite some time. Auditorium Crescent over here, I'm showing you the entry to it, is probably the most beautiful one. You go in, there's a whole loop of different gorgeous houses. You can drive through, of course, or you can park. There's a free parking nearby and just explore. People who own these houses, if you see them, I mean, of course, be respectful, but a lot of them actually love talking about them and sharing the story of the house. And over here, I really quickly would like to tell you about my road trip journal. I have my summer road trip journal, which is for the spring and summer season. Then I have my fall-winter road trip journal for the following seasons. And then I also have our trip journal, which is a really fun book of different arts you can do while being on a road trip. And I'm gonna link all of the links to these books down in the description below. Destination 5 is Beaumont Mill Antiques. This is, I'd say, about an hour and a half in Brampton. But overall, I want to talk to you about like just different antique stores. I'm going to talk about this one specifically, and then I'm going to list all of my favorite antique places, because that's an excellent way to spend an afternoon, especially if it's raining and you don't want to be outside. This place, loved it, very cute, looks small on the outside, insanely huge on the inside. Different doors, different like over here is like paint set, typewriter. I love that this place also had different rocks. They're not expensive. They're like they're semi-precious. I don't know what they are. Amethyst and satellite, things like that. It's they're beautiful. Can definitely get some for really well priced. This over here, my boyfriend is showing that was a cherry pit. You know, something that gets it out. And over here is a set of new 3 tapes. I don't know whoever needs this, but maybe you do. This was really cool. A burger phone. I had to call somebody. Chinguacousy Park is number 6. I'm probably not pronouncing it right, but it's an amazing park. It's sort of in Brampton. Over here is me just showing you. It's a whole system. So there is a greenhouse, there's a tropical garden, there is a petting zoo, and there's also a kids play area. So for the farm at first, you get to see donkeys. If you have kids, you can take your kid on a ride on a donkey for a fairly small fee. I think it was under $10. They have goats. You can feed the goats for 25 cents. They have these little vending machines. Inside the little mini zoo, you have bunnies. We saw some really cool looking chickens. And there's a whole area where your kids can play. Very well done and fairly new. There's also a train. The train ride, I think, is also for a small fee, and looks adorable. Parking is free, by the way. And the tropical gardens, this is my favorite part for sure. I came here specifically for that because I love kind of greenhouses and stuff like that. They have a lot of tropical elements, a lot of succulents. It kind of even sort of looks like Mexico, like this kind of area. Really well done. People who work here love this place. You can see like there's a lot of love, and everything is very well manicured, and really lots of pretty flowers. I love the little in the frames, succulents inside the frame. Very nice. Destination number 7 is Riverview Zoo. This is actually free. It is in Peterborough. Say it about an hour and a half to 2 hours of drive depending on the traffic. They have a huge section for kids to play. They even have a water park right now in the summer, and they have a whole free zoo. So the parking is free, the zoo is free. This is just like amazing, and the zoo is decent sized zoo. So my favorite part about the zoo was the otters. They get fed about I think 3 times a day in the morning, and then at 1:30 and 4:30. So make sure to check out those times because they get to be very active because they swim in there. They're overall active, but when they are being fed, they're even more active. Very cool watching them. It was actually pretty hard to film them because they were so fast. They have a number of 2 emus over here, really beautiful birds. They had a gorgeous peacock. He was kind of cleaning his feathers. We were hoping he would do the whole, show for us, but he was just cleaning. Great zoo, highly recommend. Parkwood Estate is number 8. This one is in Oshawa, so it's about an hour and a half from Toronto, maybe an hour depending on the traffic again. Beautiful, beautiful estate that is, again, free to enter. You can do a tour inside, but there's an extra fee and you need to book it actually pretty far in advance. I've been wanting to go there, but I haven't been able to book because it's always sold out. The beautiful part is, of course, this view. They have a whole like gorgeous pool, a number of fountains. At the end of the pool over there, if you can see, there is actually a cafe, and they even do you can sit down, just have I think regular kind of lunch, or you can do a afternoon tea in the summers. Of course, make sure to check out online. I'm gonna link all of the information down below. By the way, the Parkwood Estate is gorgeous in my opinion any time of the year. Over here we are in early spring. Here's how it looks in rain when the weather is not that great. Of course, it's dirty after winter, but it still has this beauty. The trees are all like, I don't know, like almost from Harry Potter kind of looking. I really enjoyed it. And make sure to check out their gift shop. It's lovely, lots of stuff to see. So destination number 9 is Peterborough Lift Lock. This is, again, in Peterborough, it's about an hour and a half to 2 hours from Toronto. Gorgeous place. It is one of the, I think it's the only one lift lock of this kind of magnitude left in North America. And what it does is it fills up with water and the boats go in it, and then it kind of goes up and it transfers the boat onto the other side. Fascinating. You need to see it in action because I'm sure I'm not explaining it as impactful as it is. It is beautiful, beautiful. And when you walk, you can actually walk, like you can park on one side and go to the other side to check it from both sides. And I also suggest you go upstairs to check it from above. And over here, there are a little bit of windows when you go into the tunnel between like the other side. Gorgeous lock, definitely worth to check out. You will spend good hour and a half there. Moreland Place is kind of close to Owen Sound, which is about 2 hours, 2.5 hours. It is a very interesting place. So free entry, you park also for free, and you get to roam this gorgeous garden. And everything in there, when we were there, it was fairly overgrown. It is still well kept, but it is also fairly overgrown. And it's almost like history of this place, yet it's all in beautiful greenery. It was just amazing. Definitely place to take photos if you ever need any kind of cool shots. We definitely saw a number of photographers while we were there, and we were there for only like an hour. Beautiful area, actually kind of easy to get lost in, so make sure you don't get lost, but definitely worth it. The owner is a really great guy. He is also sometimes in the area, you can see him. Yeah, just a great place. Destination number 11, Halliburton Sculpture Forest. This is about, I'd say, 2.5 to 3 hours in Halliburton, north of Toronto. Beautiful park, I would say about from 20 to 30 different sculptures. You walk around, of course, free entry. You can donate if you would like to. Different sculptures. I've been here at winter time, this is fall time, and I've been in the summertime. All times are amazing to visit. They even have this gorgeous deck that you can just sit down and look at the beautiful lake. I highly recommend just spending time there. Over here is the different sculptures. And over here there's a whole book made out of metal, and it spells something. I don't remember what it spells anymore, but it's something cool. Very nice bird. And this is probably my favorite one, this dandelion. That is, when you see it together with the trees like that, it's so cool. Very, very nice park. Here's a bit of a kind of like a shelter. And when you walk in, you see kind of the trees up on the top, kind of framing it in a very picturesque way. Definitely lots to see in that park. And the last destination, but of course not the least, is Gage Park Greenhouses. This is a beautiful, newly renovated greenhouse in Hamilton, and it's truly gorgeous. You walk in and you have a bit of a pond. Over there, there's fishes. The height of the trees and the different, kind of different tropical plants, pretty impressive because it's a very tall building, so it's very cool. They have another pond with, again, fishies and turtles, and it's just an amazing, amazing greenhouse to check out. So if you enjoyed this video, please make sure to like it because that will let me know that there is interest and I'm going to do a part 2. And please, of course, subscribe to see more videos such as these. And I'll see you next time. Thank you. Bye.